When it comes to the Glock 27, there's some upgrades and accessories that I wanted to share with you that I have gone through, switched out, and some that I'm keeping and some that I would recommend for anybody out there who is interested in owning a Glock 27, which is a 40 S&W. To begin, we could see there is no magazine. It is not loaded, so we're good to go. One of the main things when I first got this was I added the Streamlight TLR-6, which came in this packaging here. I was able to get a deal on Amazon where I got it for about $60, which is honestly a steal. It's just a flashlight, doesn't have the laser, but that's all I really need. Works really good. I think I really like it. So another thing I did was that I invested in some traction grips, which I got for about, I want to say, let's see, these cost me about $12, which worked pretty well. They go around, they definitely do help it. They don't add a lot of thickness. I did end up buying some extra rubber pieces and put this one on the back for the beaver tail here. They worked pretty well, but I was kind of looking for something that would offer a little bit better grip. So one of the solutions, as I started doing my research online, was the brand Hogue, which I had already purchased previously for my Smith & Wesson 38 Special. I upgraded the grip, the actual handle itself, because the stock on the original one is very small, and the one I got was a great improvement. So I had already had experience with that one. So when I read about this one, the reviews were great. One of the main things was a concern was that it was kind of difficult to install. One thing that you will see, that recoil absorbing rubber. I happened to go to my gun range where I have a membership at, Evans Gun World in Orange County, California, and they actually had this on sale for $10. So I said, you know what the heck, I'm going to pick it up. I peeled off the traction grips, and this is the one actually that I did install. It's actually already installed right here. As you see, I don't have the backing to it. In the instructions, it does actually tell you, sorry, got that upside down, to cut out 1 inch, basically shoehorn shapes. You're gonna need 2 of these, and then you bend it down the middle, and then it kind of goes through the whole process of how you have to do this. It does say recommending to maybe put these in boiling water prior to doing it, or some sort of Windex. I'll be honest, I used a little bit of the hair dryer just to kind of help it out, and the fit, I have to say, is quite amazing. I mean, it's really nice. There is a big improvement to it. It just feels really nice in my hand now. It's just amazing. I really highly recommend it. Another thing prior to swapping this out was that I had bought different types of magazines for my 40 cal. So initially when I bought it, it came with 2 of these, which are the OEM. Obviously, it didn't have the actual extension right here, the grip mag extension. I did buy 5 of these for about $14 on eBay. So initially it's like this, but I did know that I wanted to rest my pinky on it to have a better grip. So as we can see here, it's not loaded. I also put the O-ring. I had a video on that to prevent any sort of pinching. So when you do put it in here, it's pretty good. Also, another thing that I started recognizing is that when you put the pressure here on the pinky, okay, so if I just have pressure like this, it stays fairly straight. If I put the pressure here, it stays straight as well. So pretty comfortable. I opted, this is only a 9 round. I'm in the state of California, so wanted to get an extra round in. So here's a 10 round with the extension right here to allow for another bullet or another round. And then once I put this in, it fits pretty nice. But if you notice, when I'm gripping it with just 2 fingers, it's fine. But as soon as I put pressure on there, it dips. You see that? Put pressure and it dips. So anybody that shoots, goes to the range, you know that this much right here is just going to affect any outcome at the range. So definitely didn't really like that solution too much. Next, what I opted to do was to get a Glock 23 magazine, 10 round, also, you know, state of California. So this fits great, but obviously there's a lack right here and a lot of wiggle. So what I opted to do was I went onto eBay again, and I got some of these right here. I believe it was, let's see, these were 2 for $25, and they're magazine extensions for Glock 26, 27, or 33, which allows the use of Glock 19 or 23 magazines. So you just slide it on, very easy, just like that. And then when you go put this, it fits great. And again, just the grip is amazing with this Hogue grip. And then look at it. So I'm pressing a lot of pressure with these two fingers. And as soon as I add the pinky, I mean, it's not going anywhere. It's just really nice. So this is my EDC, my everyday carry. I also did opt to put a high vis right here, which was about $25. So definitely did play around with quite a bit of different magazines. I still kind of like this one a little bit more as well, especially if you're carrying in a holster. This was a holster that's designed for a Glock 27 with a Streamlight TLR, which is great because it fits very nicely. Like that right there, as you can see. It's pretty thin as well. I actually highly recommend it. I got it for $25 on a Black Friday sale. So if I have this magazine in here, it doesn't take too much space. I am getting adjusted to this one, which is a little bit longer. It adds maybe about, I don't know, a quarter of an inch, half an inch or so. So just had to work with the cants a little bit to kind of go like this a little bit more. And that's what kind of worked out for me. So I definitely do recommend that. Also, one thing that I got on eBay was from Whole Guns, was this magazine holder for $7.99. It does sit a little bit higher, but I like this because it works very well with these smaller magazines. I mean, it's great for concealment, for CCW, for your concealed carry. So it definitely works nice. It does work with all of them, as you can see. Works very great. Let's see this one here. It's going to stick out just a little bit, but again, you know, everybody has different preferences. So it's a little bit of trial and error when it comes to getting your everyday carry up to the maximum output for your protection and self-defense. So I highly do recommend the Glock 27. This Glock is my main carry, like I stated previously. I did also laser engrave on this side as well. I do have access to an Epilogue laser. I also put a little bit of laser design on here as well. But I just wanted to share some of these items with you. So again, to recap, just the different types of magazines that we have. You definitely do want to invest in the pinky extension. I think it is vital. If you're going to go this route, make sure you get some of these O-rings so that way you don't get pinched. Also, avoid cheap stuff. Just save your $7-8. Don't buy this stuff. This stuff is garbage, honestly. Go with the good stuff. Go with the pros. Go with Hogue. They are definitely the best. I would say they fit tight as a glove. It is a little bit of there's a little bit of difficulty in installing this, but if if you're into guns and you want to take the time and be patient, it's definitely going to pay off. Another thing, Streamlight, so far, I mean, I've put maybe about 700 to 800 rounds through my Glock 27. Flashlight still works. It's great. Stay away from those cheap flashlights on eBay or Amazon. What happens with the recoil, they tend to just go out on you. This is battery operated. So far, I mean, I turn it on and off all the time just to try to see what value I'm getting out of these batteries. I did buy a bunch of extras. I think I got like 10 or so for $15 or something like that. So definitely well worth it. Again, this is going to be the Glock 27. I do highly recommend getting some accessories to it just so you can have a better grip, and that way you have a better experience if you're carrying this as your EDC. So thanks for watching.